Okay. Last time we left off, we had stopped just outside Old Lumiere to make camp. Also, we had picked up a new party member. The last party member, Monoko. A gestural who can turn into Nevrons when he collects their feet.
The funniest boy.
My, what lovely feet. Anyways, let's talk to everybody now.
What present?
Nogo's present. When I left in your hut, special detour to the conceptuary just
I got your note about, but I didn't see a present. What was it?
Wait to find out, but it's super cool. I can spend time with Nogo?
You can?
Yeah!
Fuck me!
How's my favorite patat?
That was my favorite, not a patat. I guess patats are those tiny, are the small gestrals. They sometimes say. I'm still your favorite, aren't I?
Oh, I'm still your favorite, am I? Because you've taken a real shine to my L.
You're the one who asked me to make friends.
Fair enough. So tell me, patat to not a patat. Why are you tagging along? Really?
Greatest treasure of all time. He needs to find some treasure.
I don't believe you. Don't tell Minoko I said this, but you were and still are the greatest searcher of all time. And you know there are more lost gestrals out there. Why be a merchant? Why go to Old Lumiere? Meh? No? True. All right, all right. Minoko's all grown up now, and it's your turn to be the patat.
Huh.
So eloquent.
That was a very enlightening conversation.
Is Golgra still mad at me?
What do you think?
Well, Golgra helped Noko start his merchant shop.
Yeah, but defying Golgra wasn't Noko's idea, was it?
Noko would have done the same for me.
Noko would have got Golgra on his side first.
Bah! It's been 10 years. Golgra needs to get over it.
Spend time with our boy.
I see you got stronger.
Well, I didn't spend the last few years hiding in the mountains.
The mountain where a Pelerin cut you in half and you cried for my help.
Yeah, the mountain where a Stalak stomped you, and I had to evacuate you.
You want to fight?
Well, unlike Gestrals, I need sleep, so I'll pass.
Coward.
Ooh, I'll admit, I'm afraid of you.
Good. At least you have become wiser.
I've missed our little excursions. Yeah, you do too, I know.
Remember our first battle against the duelist?
Sure do. We got our asses kicked pretty hard.
And this one time we tried to swim to the Red Tree Island and you got eaten by that snake.
Oh yeah, turns out living inside a snake's belly is possible when you're mortal. Carving my way out was a nightmare though. Remember that time when you challenged Esquier to a duel?
Well, someone conveniently forgot to mention that Esquier is the most powerful creature in the world. Good times. Oh, and remember when...
Minoko and Verso fall back into the familiar pattern of their camaraderie.
I'm so sorry.
No worries. Raven, did you know you could hang out with Noko?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Dylan didn't know that.
Did y'all not talk to Noko?
Minoko
Not
seems
really.
fun.
Oh yeah.
Bet you guys got up to lots of trouble together.
That obvious, huh?
You guys getting us into more trouble now?
An appropriate amount of trouble.
I've spent some time with gestuals. I'm not sure we have the same definition.
I had
of
an
what
alarm
is.
set for 45 minutes
Let me guess. You've been to one of their arenas?
an hour ago.
I've done that. One time I set my alarm for 30
No, but
minutes.
I didn't sleep through it. It just didn't go off.
One time I set an alarm for 30 minutes, slept through it, and it turns out I looked over my phone and it was tracking how long since my alarm had gone off that I had slept through. It's like, you gotta get up yet, bitch. It had been going for like an hour. I had slept through my alarm and it kept trying to wake me for a whole hour.
Reigning champion. Naturally.
Naturally.
Feet. Really?
Don't worry. He's not interested in human feet.
And the bell?
A gift from the Grandis.
Amazing. I wonder if we can achieve something similar.
I'll stick to my swords. I'm not too keen on turning into a Nevron.
If we combine this
Just
with Pictos,
not hear me.
we selectively use
I did.
Nevron abilities in battle.
I was muted. I was finishing.
Okay, you seem busy. I'll come back later.
I didn't have an opportunity to spend time with... Whatever. I'll spend time with Mina.
I've been wondering,
You understand
stay
that
on
it's
the
not every
continent
single time,
alone?
Hud.
why not return to Lumia?
I did. I went back. Helped with the rebuild. After the fracture, we didn't have anything. Food, shelter. None of it.
Things must have been chaotic then.
Nothing like the end of the world to bring out the best and worst in us. I almost missed those times. You know the dome shield? My father and I helped build that.
Oh. Why'd you leave then?
Those early expeditions, they were search and rescue. We didn't know about the Paintress then. We just wanted to find our loved ones. Like my mother.
I see. But this time, you didn't go back.
People didn't trust me. Guess I'm hard to trust.
Perhaps.
Guess they thought I knew more than I did. Halfway to the monolith, I was betrayed. Barely escaped. Kind of killed my interest in returning home. What about you? Do you miss home?
I spent my whole life studying the Paintress and the monolith. This is where I need to be.
What a long-winded way to avoid answering the question.
Yes, there are things I miss.
You paint such a vibrant picture.
If you must know what I really miss of viennoiserie.
Ooh, good answer. I miss those too. What?
I enjoyed this conversation.
High praise.
Mina feels more relaxed in Versa's presence. She appreciates that Versa has shared actual useful information. Mina becomes lost in thought, reflecting on information that Versa has shared. Versa feels ignored and goes back to the others.
Lune hears him go,
yeah.
yes, I also missed French
You guys
bread.
getting
Go,
hungry?
yes. Impertinent
Naturally.
information.
Grandis is so gentle. Who's going to protect them while Monoko's gone?
They can take care of themselves.
Really?
They've got their bells. Don't worry.
What do the bells do?
Ringing the bells makes the Nevrons flee. Although, it only works on Nevrons with ears, so not every Nevron.
Well, now I'm worried.
Yeah. Actually, me too. Throwing rocks again.
Mm-hmm. You should try.
Eskia would be horrified that we're throwing stones into the lake.
Or he'd be super happy because we're sending them soaring on fun little adventures.
Oh, so they're like little rock expeditioners.
Exactly.
Would that make you Lumiere then?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm launching them on their journey and watching them from afar. Stone after stone after stone. Knowing they'll never come back.
And knowing you'll never stop.
You get it.
Yeah. I enjoy depressing poetry too.
That doesn't surprise me.
Is that what you're writing in your notebook all the time? Depressing poetry.
It's not all depressing. Why, what do you write about? You don't seem like a sunshine and rainbows type.
Mostly poetic insults to use on Monoko. I'm currently comparing him to the backside of an owl. Actually, writing is cathartic for me. It helps. Getting the thoughts out of my head and onto the paper. Giving shape to my feelings.
Can I see?
Do I get to read yours?
Mine's kind of personal.
Well, so is mine.
Yeah, but I bet you secretly want people to read it.
Okay, fine. I'll let you read mine, if I get to read yours.
Okay, deal.
Be kind, though.
Yeah, I can't promise that.
Mael and Versa feel closer to each other. They spend some time together. Mael proves to be extremely critical of Verso's writing. They go back to the others after Mael is done teasing Versa.
Okay, Momo is Momo, and Nono is Nono. Then we've got Lulu, Mai Mai, and Sissy.
I don't think they'll like that.
sure you don't want to be Verver?
Positive.
Urso approaches Eskie, who stares intensely at his armband.
That armband looks nice.
Yeah, I guess it's official. We're part of the disaster expedition now. Are you jealous?
I'm doing all the hard work. Where's my armband?
So, you want an armband too?
Maybe.
You barely have arms.
Not true. Anyway, I want a headband.
Your head is humongous. You're gonna need so much cloth.
I have a big brain.
All right, Monsieur Big Brain. I'll see what I can do.
Monsieur Big Brain.
Monsieur, not monsieur.
Monsieur. Whatever.
Happy now?
Ooh, this is the
fucking love that he's got
nicest
one.
thing.
I love it so much.
I'm so happy that it actively changes his model the rest of the game.
I love that it is a permanent change to his model. It makes me so happy.
Eskie is even more excited than usual. Urso has given Eskie the greatest gift
bet.
ever. Go ahead, Raven.
Sorry, I was talking family.
Eskie is overcome with emotion. Eskie dances around with his armband for a bit before they return to the others.
I remember when I had saw the headband at first, my first thought was, I swear to God, if he immediately loses it in this conversation and it's not on his character model, this game is docked down a point. But they did not, so it was fine.
Was a stalactite and I smashed it, utterly destroyed it. I did it in 2 attacks, plenty of damage. There was nothing left. Then there was a giant pelican that attacked. It was tough, but I defeated it, no problem.
Pelerins are weak. I could have done that blindfolded.
This expedition is gloomy.
Yeah. They lost a lot of friends, and they just buried another. Grieving
Damn,
takes
but I'm
time.
going to swimsuit.
How about a little
go in his
verso
speedo.
magic to lighten the mood?
It's so
You mean the one that hurts like hell?
Yes, I mean the one that hurts like hell.
All right, I'll do it.
Like, yeah, I mean the one that hurts like hell.
I don't think I got this really, because I think I went straight to the.
Oh no, you're in for a fucking treat.
Yeah.
Hi.
Not now, please. I'm working.
Hi.
Oh, Verso, there you are. How did...
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see this thing before.
Hi. I'm a pair of legs that can talk.
Verso?
We're both Verso.
God damn! Fuck!
You are so ridiculous.
Jesus Christ!
How did you miss this?
Because I went straight to Old Lumiere!
yes, I'm
You have to
quite
stop
proud of
before
that.
Old Lumiere to get
Took a lot of
this.
training.
Does it? Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't.
Did you cut yourself in half? Did Monoko cut you in half?
Do you heal from the top or the bottom? Or
Monoko cut
do you
you
have to
in
be in
half?
halves together? Hey, can you control the process?
So, if you're cut in half, does that mean you can be in 2 places at once? Can you go scouting with Monoko with your lower body while your upper body stays here and talks to us?
Well, yeah, you see, I can go hunt Nevrons with my top half, while my bottom remains here cooking meals. Back in the days, that's what we used to do.
Can I... Are you...
Yeah, my hair is...
All that pain just to put a smile on their faces. First, though, aren't you getting too attached?
Oh my god. I've never seen that before. Holy shit!
It's so fucking funny. Just, hi, I'm a pair of legs. I can talk.
It's just the legs and the torso moving separately, and then be like, "Hey, what's up?" That just fucking God. Oh,
my favorite part of that whole thing is that his legs canonically are the ones talking in that beginning part of the scene.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Stares
God,
at the stars.
it's too fucking funny.
Ciel appears to Mael, and they spend a moment in silence, both staring at the sky.
Can you teach me to fight better?
Better?
That white-haired bastard hit us before we even knew he was there. I want to return the favor. And you're the best fighter I know.
High praise.
Wait, is this about how it's canonical that they do the most damage out of everybody in the party?
Technically, Lune
I want to get
does
them before they can
outbeat
get us.
Mael.
Now or before?
Actually, Lune could outdamage Mael before. It just required hyper optimization. Now it's just a lot easier.
Because, I mean, like, both Mael and Ciel get stupid damage when you, like, with even a little bit of build crafting.
Yeah, but Lune has like a bunch of weapons that boost her things so wildly that she has been labeled the orbital drop.
Emotions are powerful. You have to make sure they work with you, not against you.
Use your anger.
I know.
Okay. First lesson sounds obvious, but you need to see. Really see. Your eyes will tell you the truth, but your brain can lie.
What do you mean?
Emotion can mess with your perceptions. Make you miss important details on the field. Fixate on the wrong thing, or see what you want to see.
Okay.
You need to see things as they are, not how you think they are. See your target so you can understand your target. How they move, how they think, how they react, so you can anticipate and adjust. On the field, it's just you, your weapon, and your enemy. And you need to understand all three. Everyone has blind spots, so every day you ask yourself, what's yours? What's theirs? Do you know?
Thought this would be more of a technique lesson.
And Ciel spend more time together. I'll spend some time writing in Gustav's journal. He writes about their encounter with Monoko and how exciting it is to travel with a Gestrel. Hopes Gustav's apprentices will read his journal someday. God, I was really not prepared for the split in half or so thing. I knew he was immortal. I knew he talked about shit happening like that before.
You didn't know the extent.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's so goddamn funny. It's
I do believe I am missing something.
I guess the other way to like really sell that CL is the best fighter of the group is that when you first meet her is because she is the reigning champion at
she is the reigning champion
arena.
of the arena, run by a bunch of people who love to do nothing but fight.
This is esoteric.
Now, I do wonder if she could canonically win a one-on-one with Golgro.
Time for a swim swim.
Well, she can by the time of the late game.
Yeah. That's gameplay-wise. I'm talking about lore-wise.
Lore accurate, CL just fucking destroys everything.
Or accurate.
Yeah,
I just have the image of the fucking heavy from TF2. I'm not scared of anything. But that thing just goes
I'm not scared of
to
anyone.
Golgra
Hey.
smashing down onto
Scares
the ground. It scares me. Oh, that looks awful on her.
That's rude.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like unfortunately, she
The
only
skirt
really
looks fucking awful.
Now the artist one, the one that's covered in paint smudges, which I'm not going to mention the actual person who wears it yet. That one looks really good on her.
Yes. Honestly, like, I like literally every outfit on CL except skirt. I think her expedition look with the baguette head is still my favorite look for her, but like I like every chest piece for her except for the skirt. It looks so ugly.
Oof. Like, I was in there, I was like, I know I encountered the damn skirt already. Why? And then I remembered that I hadn't actually purchased it. I didn't have the chroma for it before.
Let us get wet.
You know what I love?
What?
Most of the bugs that have been fixed for patches in this are purely SKA traversal.
Yeah. I have had him
Yeah,
glitch
I know
out
they
on
were
me
coming
in
so-
some crazy fucking ways. You were saying, Riven?
He like SKA, I love you, buddy, but man, you break so easily. Thankfully, they've gotten rid of the glitch where you hop onto SKA
And he eats in the
while
structure.
you're really close to an object, and he just yeets up into the sky, and then you're gone.
He heats up into the stratosphere and then bye.
An advantage.
Now you can reset yourself if you go back
Go
to
to camp.
If you press go to camp, but it restarts you to the beginning of the game.
Like all the way over in the Meadows area,
Now,
like
which
by the Spring Meadows.
you do have to be careful, because if you get stuck not as SK but as the expeditioners themselves, going to camp will not reset you. You have to reload a prior
Going
save.
camp does not save you. Yes.
Yeah,
Found
but
that out the
but you
hard way.
also have 20 saves, so
Yeah, it took me a while because it only shows you 3 at a time, and I didn't see the scroll wheel on that.
I was trying to be tech support for Alex, and I'm like, did you try going to a past save? Like, there's only 3. I'm like, no.
Okay.
There's more.
Any of them will be one in which you have not been stuck.
Because I only like, cause I was looking at it, and it shows 3 saves. It doesn't show like, and I didn't see a scroll wheel, so I naturally think that it only maintains 3 autosaves, and all 3 of them were stuck on that thing, and I was like, fuck my life.
Ow! How did you get all 3 of them stuck on that thing? Did you go save at camp 5 times?
I immediately went to camp because, you know, I thought, oh, because I heard you guys talk about if you get stuck in the overworld, just go to camp. I didn't realize that is exclusively for SKA, not for expeditioners. And then what happens is as soon as you load up at camp, it saves. And then as soon as you leave camp, it saves again.
Yes.
She did it twice.
I also did all my stuff that I talked to people at camp for. And if you do any upgrades or anything there, it'll save at camp. Like, it'll save at the camp again. So, like, I went to camp, which caused it to save. Then I did my, you know, all the stuff, like, where I did the upgrades and stuff. It saved again. And then I rested, which caused it to save again. And then I went out, and when I came out, I was still in the rock, and all 3 of my saves were right there where the rock was. So I'm like, fuck. Luckily, it does, like, Raven did eventually say, just scroll down. I'm like, what scroll down? There's only 3, what the fuck?
The
needs to make the
fact
scroll
that
wheel
you were
more-
like yelling at me, going, "I am scrolling," and then paused, and then I heard nothing from you, and I go, "Did you get it?" And you're like, "Thank you."
Welcome,
Like,
my
what scroll? There's
friends,
just scroll.
to old Lumiere.
Thank you.
Is anyone still here?
Just Nevrons.
So this is where our piece of Lumiere used to be. Before the fracture ripped apart the world and threw us into the sea.
We're lucky it did. That's probably the only reason we survived.
The heart of the Paintress is in the center.
God, look at that
Let's go.
shit. All those blades.
We can, in fact, find out what caused all of those blades later on.
It's also pretty wicked.
Oh, that reminds me.
This place is fucked.
Briefly over here when I asked Alex this, but did you find the journal log for Julie?
I did. I
Did you
explained
find
it to
the
Alex.
one for,
You did explain it very well.
find the one. Don't worry about it. You'll figure it out. Did you find the one for Verso right next to it?
Yes.
Hey,
I love how, like,
Here's your card.
I will try my best to explain
Not today.
something, and I understand I'm not great at it. But, like, I'm still better than Alex, who will belabor a point to the end of the universe, and then I will still be no better.
Here's your card. Try me.
yeah.
Like, I will at least get, like, the core importance of the thing. I just will explain it shit. Alex will over-explain.
So what do you got? Algeron. This is okay. Yeah, that's for Seattle. Longer, powerful, color of. I'll take it. But that's the most important. I'll be back for the rest of the
Counter.
stuff. I can't afford it right now
I'm very confused as to how you can't.
because I had bought stuff
Is
at
Alex
other
broke?
places. I'm also kind of broke.
That's the part that confuses me.
I don't know what you want, man.
Well, a lot of the times when I go see merchants, I empty out their whole stock.
I
That
did
leaves me
too.
broke.
Yes.
Never had this issue.
We'll need a way forward.
The heart is in the center of the city. All right? Show off a bit, Minoko.
Just admit you can't do it yourself.
probably should have backed up a little bit.
I just love that.
Is
I love
this
that.
on
On
Minoko
Minoko?
or on Verso?
Yes. I'm gonna
He
go
did
yes.
say show off a bit, Banaka.
He did tell him to show off, and then promptly didn't. Tell him like show off a little bit, but don't show off too hard. Oh, and he also didn't have anyone say, hey, maybe we should back up a bit.
Minoko! Why the hell did you...
Sorry, I fucked up. I just wanted to show off.
We just have to regroup. The others should be fine.
I like how everybody's like
Verso
a
said the
normal
heart is
fucking
in the
person
center
in
of
how they
Old
talk.
Lumiere, right?
Right. Okay, Minoko, stop crying. We have to move.
I think
Fine.
this was the moment that really sold it to me. Like,
Yes.
oh, right.
Sorry.
Gestrels are basically all fucking children.
Like, even though Minoko's
kinda.
like probably the most mature Gestral, he's like a child's idea of mature in a sense. At least without all the cursing.
Just, I'm a big, strong, tough guy. I can beat up all the guys.
Yeah.
Friends, I beg your forgiveness for landing us in this quagmire.
It's okay, Minoko. Let's move on, shall we?
So CL's like actually the team mom.
Yes.
I do find it funny that people were like, Lune is the binding force of forcing people to continue on. CL is the emotional support. Lune is just gonna be like, look, get your shit in gear. We have a job to do. And CL the entire time is like, yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. We'll get through it. We'll figure it out.
And now just have the mental image of Verso getting cleaved in half by an enemy, and everyone's freaking out, and she's just like patting Verso's legs, going, "You're fine. You're fine."
You'll be alright. They played this right before the Gomaj scene. God.
Oh, this music.
It's so good.
It really is.
Feel the burn.
Take this.
Wow, it just straight up killed me.
It likes you.
You know, I'm not good at fighting this enemy, so
Neither am I.
It's
I
interesting.
didn't
I got
want
nothing for you.
I didn't want to like insult you for not even attempting to dodge or parry any
I
of that.
actually did try it. I did attempt to parry all of
Yeah.
that.
See, the thing is, if you do it, if you
Good
parry
stuff.
too late, your character model doesn't show it.
Go
You
ahead.
just get hit.
Go ahead. What?
Go ahead with what you were saying, Finn.
Oh, well, I didn't want to make fun of you for that, but then you actually stated that you tried, so now I have to make fun of you for it. Fucking awful.
Yeah, I fucked up. I can't even dispute that. I was bad at that. What's interesting for me is that I am bad at fighting the ceramic ones. The much more powerful ones are the ones I'm fucking used to.
The gold ones I can deal
I'm
with.
just bad at fighting Chevalier.
The gold chevalier I can deal with. I got its fire and ice combos down pretty good. Which are like the only two things it does. But ceramic and steel chevalier is just like, well, my only goal is to kill you before you kill me. and fucking hope I succeed.
Doing in.
Alex, you know where I first learned the word chevalier?
Chevalier.
Oh, really?
What?
I think it does.
Then no.
I don't even know what that is.
That was Chevalier de Beaumont. Le Chevalier d'Eon was a French knight and agent of the crown. Was also a historical trans woman who did a shitload of stuff.
Where would I have learned this from?
I don't know. Most people
Probably
like,
Alex.
I mean, the thing is, she gets featured in anime a lot.
She
Why
fucking
would I,
does.
of
Yes.
anybody in our group,
I don't
Of
know.
the three of us,
Look,
Raven watches the anime.
she's in Fate.
why would I?
Like, look, not every Fate show is Fate Zero. Some of them are like our Fate Granddaughter, which is absolutely
Person
has
who
no
has
stakes at all.
vocally stated, I have never seen anything Fate related. And
No, you saw the first
one
episode of
thing, and the one thing that I was tempted to watch, you then explained to me, and I went, I'm good. I don't need to watch anymore.
She's not just in Fate, but she's been in a couple other animes as well.
But you going, well, she's in Fate. Okay.
Fate's probably
That
the
means
most well-known.
less
But
than
anyway,
jack shit
moving
to
on.
me.
Go ahead. Where'd you first hear the term Chevalier?
Dragon Age Origins.
Oh, because of what's that?
Liliana.
No, what's that other country?
Orlais.
Orlais, yeah.
Liliana describes Chevalier as knights,
That is accurate.
and that they basically had full reign of most things as long as it did not inherently cause issues for the Empress of Orlais.
Chevalier, I know that, like, Chevaliers had a lot of special permissions as knights, not just as regular knights, but they seemed to, like I said,
They were basically
They-
minor lords.
yeah, they were minor lords. That's what knights are in the first place. But, when it comes to it, it's like, minor nobility. Right. They're minor nobility, and, at least with Le de Beaumont, she acted, like I said, as an agent of the crown. Let's go for. And we'll go with teamwork. Why not? Teamwork's a good to always have on if you're fighting in a group.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Bad.
Did you forget about
What
that,
does teamwork
Dylan?
do again?
It makes it so that as long as all your teammates are alive, you get 10% increase in damage.
Oh fuck yeah, I did forget about that, son of a bitch.
Mm.
I mean, I've most recently followed an idea that Raven had mentioned about turning everybody into just a base attack build,
That also works.
and I can confirm it is absolutely hilarious.
I need to
And-
see what the base attacks for, like, CL look when you have all of the combo attack abilities.
She probably just throws a bunch of cards because her base attack is just throwing a card.
The two I need to see are CL and Lune, because I want to see Lune just doing, like, a bunch of capoeira.
Lune's is awesome. I haven't been able to see CLs yet because I keep her in reserve.
I can't remember.
I keep CL and
How exactly did our piece of
Isle in reserve
Lumiere
in
end
case
up
I
on
need
an
to just utterly
island
fucking nuke
when the rest
something.
of the city is here?
One of the great mysteries. I wish we had more time. There's so much to study here.
So I haven't been able to see CLs yet, but Lune's is awesome.
Was I the only one that when we first showed up in this area, I just saw all the glowing shit on the ground and immediately went like, well, I'm not touching that because I assume that's death. And then, like, there were just so many areas that I was covered in the glowing stuff that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just sprint through it. Walks, no damage. Oh,
From Software has in fact trained you well on that. Like, if it looks wrong, it probably is gonna feel wrong too, so trust that.
Let's keep going.
Watch out, Minoko.
Love that.
Violence, yes.
Every single time.
Expedition counters are one of my favorite
So-
things.
they're so satisfying.
My only request, is that they add an expedition gradient counter.
That would
Their gradient
be
attacks
amazing.
the whole party, and it would make me oh so goddamn happy to see a full
I-
squad.
I remember what Pat and Wood were saying about
So,
gradient count. Oh, hang on.
Minoko, what was life like before
Thank
the
you.
fracture?
The world was smaller and cozier, livelier. There were many more of us Gestrels back then. The fracture tore our villages apart. Only a fraction of a fraction survived. Our forests are filled with Gestrels awaiting rebirth.
Hello?
I can't say what I want, like what I just read, because it is massive spoilers. But I just
you
posted in the
chat?
chat.
Let
It's
the ink
not
flow.
long. It's like 1 sentence long, but
Here.
I need to figure out how to attach spoilers to that.
that is that not true?
It is, but I want to put a spoiler filter on that.
I don't
Call
know
it
what
a
that
Yes.
Oh, true. Colin's fucking dumb. He won't remember.
Don't treat them like
No,
that.
but he does. But they are playing on
Okay.
this game soon. They
Oh,
do in
fair
fact want to
enough.
go out to a squad console.
Yeah, because they were saying
we
this,
saw
like,
it.
they just wanted were
We found
finishing up Stalker before they went.
Careful now.
Yeah, which they're taking an eternity to do, bastard.
Damn.
Feel the burn.
But
Somebody looked at Verso's abilities and like, you know, if it wasn't for
lovely.
the fact that every single plan Verso mentions sounds like a goddamn suicide attempt, it would be one that it's kind of worrying, and then you look at his skills and then so many of his skills hurt him. Removes burden, remove all status effects from allies and applies them to Verso. Defiant strike, deal high target physical damage that applies marked to
Well, if you're
hits,
gonna
costs
use burden-
30% of current health.
if you're gonna
Overload,
use burden, use tainted
increase
as
rank
well.
to A and refill all AP, but set self-health to 1.
Yeah, make sure you have tainted equipped if you're gonna use burden. Raises your attack power for every negative status effect.
I just
on
have
you.
Tainted on because that also includes positive effects.
I have nothing
It
but
does?
time.
Yes, it
Oh
says
wow.
for all status effects.
Oh wow. Okay. No, that yeah.
Shit.
Shit. I have nothing but time, I suppose, to sit and think.
Reading the thing explains the thing.
Spirit trapped in the gomage. These days, I am just a man who sits and thinks. When she was young, she'd get sad thinking about mortality. But when I asked her about her sadness, her answer surprised me. We are talking about the paintress. She paints. She wasn't scared of death itself. She was sad because there were more works of art than she'd ever be able to see in her lifetime. Too many fables from around the world that she'd never be able to collect. To bring life in her walk. Bring to life in her workshop. All the beauty in the world she'd never get to experience. That saddened her. I encouraged them to believe that their dreams are within their grasp. But she proved me a liar. She did love to challenge me. Of all of them, she and I are the most alike. All of them. It's important to remember the ones we love, to keep them alive in our minds. They are far, far, far away. Are you originally from Old Lumiere? I paint them so that I can remember them, remember their faces.
I love how most of those don't make proper sense until you finish the game.
It doesn't even have to be until you finish the game. It's until you get to a certain like until you get to Act 3.
Once you figure out like major points about the story, they're like kind of screaming to you the actual like plot of the game.
Yeah, once you've already figured out the actual plot of the game, these scream the plot of the game at you. But they don't make any goddamn sense until you've already figured it out.
Like one of Esquier's stones?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of plant little worms in your
Let's
head.
bring him a
Just
gift.
this sounds.
You know, that's
this sounds
weird because she does,
interesting,
because
but-
like she says let's bring him a gift, but
I
it doesn't
was
actually.
surprised you agreed so readily to Verso's plans.
Or at least that stone doesn't do anything.
He seems to be our best bet for now. We lack too much information.
Do you trust him?
I trust that he wants to reach the paintress. So for now, our interests are aligned.
He has been helpful. Still, I have this feeling he's hiding something.
Minoko, how did you meet Verso?
I don't really remember. I feel like I've always known Verso.
You mentioned traveling with other expeditions.
Quite a few.
How many? What happened to them?
What happened to them?
Maybe ask Verso when we find him.
Yeah, okay. Finding them comes first. Any idea what this is?
I'm afraid not. This is my first time here as well.
They were the ones that Verso was traveling with.
I believe so.
I just noticed that it had the sound effect of picking up the journals. That's nice.
They made it surprisingly far. An axon. Interesting. Verso is... Is this true?
Mael's with him.
We need to go. Now!
Verso would never harm her.
stand. Minoko gets a bit carried away sometimes.
My back hurts, but I'm fine.
Good. The others are probably heading towards the center of the city. We'll rejoin them there.
Feels like home.
Yeah. Feels like home. You okay?
Minoko fits well in the disaster expedition, eh?
Yeah. It does. After you.
I'll be right back. Gotta use the restroom.
Okay.
So, Dylan,
What's up?
something that really uh made me laugh is finding out that a streamer that I enjoy, he does analysis videos on YouTube, and he, for part of his next major project, announced that he was going hiking. He is going hiking cross country
Oh, cool.
because a part he's doing it specifically for a Fallout video, because in Fallout 3 it is stated that the Brotherhood hiked from California all the way to Washington D.C.
Dear God.
And he is going hiking and bike riding across the country to describe the tribulations and like the just physical toll that it can do on somebody. And the fact that canonically they did this with a child as well in the midst. And he's just like, I'm very curious to see what it's like. And so far, he is currently on a break for like a couple days at a
Speaking of
hotel, and he's
home,
like, ugh.
Where do you live?
What are we
Kinda-
talking about?
That's like the Skyrim analysis guy that I've told you about, and he is currently doing a Fallout project, and he, as part of the Fallout project, announced that he was going cross country from California to Washington D.C.
Where is he from originally?
Hike California.
Okay.
He is going to be hiking all the way across the country.
That's not good. That is 3,000 miles.
Yeah,
He
that's-
said he feels it so far. But he also says he does not want to say where he currently is, because
Oh yeah,
while
people are
he
crazy.
himself is like, I'm not the biggest channel. I'm a pretty successful channel, but I'm not like majorly big. I've seen that there are hiking channels that will say, hey, so I'm in the Appalachian Mountains at this point, and then based off of the exact angle of pictures, people then triangulated where they are and where they'll be within a couple hours, and then meet up with them.
Mhm.
And he's like, I don't want to deal with that.
I remember a whole thing about a person getting doxxed off of a doorknob because it turns out that doorknobs are only used by a particular fucking real estate company in a particular location on a
That's
particular model
insane.
house. And, like, that's
That is
fucking crazy. Getting doxxed off of a doorknob.
That's insane.
Like, even if they don't get your exact address, being able to be like, well, that means that they have to be in this state within this within the area where this particular
This fucking
company
region.
built things, and like at this point in time, and that leaves only 5 possible neighborhoods in this city. It's like, fuck me, dude.
Above a bakery near the center.
Well, moving 5 states away now.
Angelique's
Thank you.
Boulangerie. I ate there every morning. I wonder if it's still there.
It's called Mathilde's now. When this is over, you should go and visit.
Boulangerie translates to bakery, by the way.
I gathered. But yeah, like, he so far has just been like doing small streams with a friend of his that also does analysis videos. And he's like, yeah, oh boy, I have gone by a couple states by now, and oof.
So he got through the Sierra Nevada and the Rockies yet?
He does not want to state how far he has gone. He doesn't want to give like that much info. He has just stated he has gone past at least a state. And he started this trip about a month ago.
It's gonna take a lot longer than that. But yeah.
It's going to take a long time.
Now, the whole point of this is because that they specify in Fallout 3 that they hiked from California to Washington, D.C. in a month.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. That's absolutely.
Wait, like, all right. Is it even like
No, they didn't.
one group of people, or is it like a large? Is it
It
a
is
small
one
group of people, or is it
complete
huge?
chapter of people.
They sure as shit did not. Listen, if you're gonna have anything resembling a military unit, the best you like move all of them at once. The best you can probably get out of them at a what is called a killing pace in one day with no vehicles is 25 miles a day.
Yeah, they did not have vehicles at that point because they did not find a military base. So they were just walking
Yeah, no, that's
with a
considered.
child.
25 miles a day is considered, like, for a full unit, is considered an almost killing pace.
So yeah,
Unless it's like, yeah, we marched, like, from California to DC in 1 month and we lost 99% of our men. Because that's what would have happened.
they did in fact lose a decent amount of their men, but it was not like 99% because half of them left when they entered DC.
Because let me just tell you something. When you go to, like, when you say uncompromisingly, you are going to march 25 miles every day, carrying your gear
You know
and
how
all
many
that
days?
shit. Like, that's
You know how
like,
many days that'll take you from
Yeah.
California to DC? Assuming they started, just gonna. Like, go on the
Granted,
basis
this
of
is
36.
also with Fallout, so nationwide nuclear fallout, explosions, people fighting.
like just taking into account
Monsters.
terrain. Then you also have to account where you can go ahead and take camp. You have to account for foraging or supply lines and all that stuff. That's why
It's not
25
gonna be able
miles is
to-
considered a killing pace. Most things will only
Yeah.
try 15 miles a day because, again, you have to account for all that other bullshit.
But no, so back to my thing. Even if they had perfect conditions the entire way, nobody touched it, had shit fucked up, weird shit happening, and they managed to keep everything solid. 25 miles a day will still take people 3.5 months. 2,800 miles from San Francisco to DC.
You know what the stupidest part of that entire section is? They took
I said there was treasure.
I forget his first name. It's the leader of the Brotherhood in Fallout 4.
Use the old key. Anyway, that's Fallout. Let's come back to this thing because I want to see what's going on.
Melanie.
Oh yeah, you
5th
didn't
of
get this
February.
before.
The Brigadiers are overdue
Yeah,
from their
because-
mission to the Monolith, and we've lost half our remaining fighting strength to these creatures and their relentless assault. All adults have taken up arms, but I'm a bookkeeper. What am I supposed to do? Count them before they slaughter us? We've hidden the children. At least they're warm and dry in the cellars, but rations are running low. Things are calmer now at the hospital, but that's because most die before we can get to them. I guess I'm living out of pure stubbornness at this point. Survival isn't really survival anymore. Everyone's so quiet lately. Afraid we'll draw attention. Sometimes I talk to myself just to hear another human voice. Trevor, you promised I could die before you. You promised.
And if you notice, that body is not an expeditioner body.
Yeah, I know. Survivor body.
Well, I was saying just because the audio said survivor, that not all people would then use a different model of body.
Nice.
Okay, never mind. Hello. Didn't know he would chase me all the way up here.
Here we go.
On guard. Finesse and precision. On me.
The swords. Why are they dripping? Like, that's the real question. It's one thing for them to be glowing giant swords. It's another thing entirely for them to also be dripping.
That Neon Broche really loved Bloodborne.
Bloodborne have dripping swords. Dripping swords.
Dripping golden sword, no, but it does have swords coming out of your body when you start to
Just try it.
frenzy. Like swords start to pop out of your skin.
You're a pretty good team. Verso? Verso?
Like, did he just ninja? Like,
Putain. Where did he go? Verso, where did you go? I need to find Lune and Ciel, quickly.
Like, don't worry, Verso has a tendency to just fuck off sometimes.
He's like my dad.
That is one.
Well,
Raven makes a disappearing dad joke. Alex's response is, but Minoko is his dad. So, Alex. Alex. There is a video I saw, and I want you to know that when I saw it, I swear to God, I thought of you. It was a girl who had recently got a concussion, and she is now being tested to make sure that her cognitive behaviors are alright. So she's being tested with math, and it says, there are 10 chairs at a table, and there are 6 people. Everyone gets a spot. How many chairs are left? And
10 chairs, 6 people.
Yeah. So she then sat there and was like, I don't get it. And her boyfriend, who was with her, was like, "What's the part that you don't get?" He's like, so there's 6 people, and they're sitting at the chairs. The chairs are still there, and he goes, the assumption is that if they sit down on the chair, you don't count the chairs. But the chair doesn't stop existing. They're now sitting on the chair. It's still at the table.
Oh,
and
did
that
that person say like
her
the person...
going on for 8 minutes about this was like, oh, this is Alex anytime I make a fucking joke. This is Alex every goddamn time.
Okay, did the person say how many chairs, like how many open spots are left, or did he say how many chairs are there?
Said how
many chairs are there?
Yeah, see, that would have caught me too.
Every time.
Every goddamn time.
And the boyfriend ends the video by giving her a kiss on the forehead and says, and this is why math is evil for people with autism.
Listen, I don't have autism.
Diagnosed autism.
No. As long as RFK Jr. is like the head of HHS, I don't have autism, and I'm not gonna check either.
Precision.
If it's not diagnosed, it's not real. That's just like your ADHD
We can very easily prove that you have that.
Do you have a degree?
Go get a
that's relevant?
fucking... No, go take a fucking diagnosis test. Just see if you have it or not, and then come back to me with the actual result.
Not doing that as long as RFK Jr. is head of HHS. I'm not convinced he won't make another registry.
This manner's intact. Why does it feel so familiar? I know this place.
Okay, fine. Then, if somehow this country miraculously doesn't implode on itself, then shit gets normal again, and he's no longer a thing.
Maybe I'll get tested.
Then do it. That worked too.
Alex will ace that test. Alex will get extra credit on that test.
Which, funnily enough, is
But how?
technically possible, seeing as you don't have to meet full marks
With
on
someone
the
who
test to be
refuses to talk.
considered passing.
We don't even share the bonds of grief anymore. She walks her path, and I walk mine. I don't exist to her. None of us do. She's left us all behind to drown by ourselves so that she can drown alone.
That's a line right there.
Well,
She has left us all to drown so she can drown herself alone.
so she herself can drown alone.
Look at this bathroom. I'm guessing this is the master
The
bedroom.
the fucking opulence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like obviously
did
this is a
y'all-
very opulent manner. One thing I saw. So you know the Louvre in France used to be one of the royal palaces,
Jesus.
and it
That
like
thing
they-
is renowned for being unable to be entirely explored and experienced in a lifetime.
the thing is like basically
Like, that's the thing.
some royals
about it.
like that was a royal palace. That was one of the French royal palaces, not the Versailles one. I don't think. No, I don't know where that is. But like where it's. Anyway, the Louvre, they were collecting a lot of artworks there, and then afterwards, like, I think it was around the time of the Revolution, they decided to turn it into, like, at some point, they decided to turn it into a museum because they thought that it was just too fucking extravagant for somebody to actually live there, and it, like, this is where we draw a fucking line.
It is. It's just too extravagant. My mom has been to the Louvre, and like, she herself has said, it's like, yeah, it seems nigh impossible to, like, even if you went, like, visited it every day for a year, you probably still wouldn't have explored all of it. Fucking egregiously huge.
Like, finding out that that was a palace and not a purpose-built museum was like, god damn. No wonder they were lopping heads off of royals. Seeing that as a place where one family lived would piss me off.
Did you guys find the mirror that you could break in the manor?
I haven't found that yet.
No.
I know it exists, but I haven't found it.
It is the room from the top right of the steps.
Oh, like if you're in the foyer,
If you're in the
It's
foyer,
the-
it is the
or at the
first.
top of the right side of the
Yeah,
staircase.
top of the right side of the steps. It's the first door on your right.
That's fucking nuts.
There's a mirror that you can break. You then jump right on through.
Okay, I'll have to go test that.
One sec, y'all.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that.
I knew you'd open the door for her.
Verso, you could have done
Really,
like so many
Verso?
different things.
This was your plan.
Au revoir.
How many times must you hurt our family?
No, you don't get to lecture me on family.
Why do you refuse to see I am doing this for us? Yet you insist on rushing toward death. You're trying to stop the wrong cycle.
You're doing this for yourself.
Of course. It's easier for you to think that, isn't it? Easier to betray us if I'm the villain.
So move. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
You haven't told her the truth. Have you, son?
Sorry we're late. We were busy doing a bit of reading. Were you planning on sharing that this man, the man who murdered our team, is your father?
Family is not my favorite topic. Right, can we talk about this later? I'd really like for you all to survive this.
Fucking love this theme.
You know what I love about that? It's just like, man, this is not important right now.
We will talk about this when we're not in mortal peril.
Let us stain them.
God, it's so weird not seeing characters start at full
Precision!
It's been so long since I had to do that this time.
I'm actually really surprised that caused this fight to be difficult for me.
Finesse and grace.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
That's better.
He still hasn't done that move. I'm actually pissed off right now.
What's the name of the song?
It is the instrumental of part of the song.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually did listen to the lyrics, and it is... Woo! When you know the story, it's actually an inversion of the actual plot.
I've also
Oh,
heard
neat.
some.
Active inversion.
I've heard so many people talk about, like, yeah, the song is great. For all people reacting to this song that say, yeah, I really want to play the game now, don't look at the lyrics.
Or if you really, especially if you can understand French. Yeah, fuck it, why not?
A storm is coming.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Tearing this family apart.
So what are your thoughts on someone stating that they need to have the DPI of their mouse at 16,000 for all things?
Well, I don't play with mouse and keyboard, so I can't really gauge DPI, but I know that the higher the DPI, the faster the mouse moves.
This would be like if you had the sensitivity of your controller for all things, not just like playing a game, also scrolling the main menu at 200, not 100, 200.
Good shit up.
He didn't do the move. I'm upset.
He actually didn't do most of his crazy shit that I remember him doing in the first
He
time I
opened
bought
up the fight with me with making Verso vanish, and I'm like, oh!
Oh, that's how he opened it for you. I'm so sorry.
it. He said, time out.
Like, and
I thought that was a scripted thing because he did that on both attempts because I lost the first time because of that, and he did it the second fight too. I'm like, oh, so this is just a scripted move.
no.
Everyone all right? Lurker?
Locos. Broken.
You accept who you are.
What is that? Will you tell me your name?
Where did it go? No, 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 no. Alicia. Fuck!
Oh, Dory. Thank you,
Dory.
mon ami.
What does Dory do? Oh yeah, the fucking coral.
Care to explain? Your father.
I don't think of him as my father anymore.
Still, why didn't you just tell us?
Because it's private. And it's painful, and it's none of your business. I cut ties with him decades ago.
Lying by omission is still lying.
I've told you everything you need to know.
I'd rather make that determination for myself.
I think we can all understand where each other's coming from, right? He hasn't steered us wrong yet. But we're a team now. And we won't get very far if we don't trust each other.
Family is complicated.
Old friend, you've traveled miles, spinning in circles, your blind eyes on the dial, stripping off.
The stories say that Gestrels reincarnate. Is that true? Can you bring Noko back?
Partially. We can bring Noko back to life. But not all of Noko will return. It will be a different Noko. The one you knew is gone.
I'm so very sorry, my friend. And all for naught. The Painter's heart was in that manor, and now it's gone. We have no way to access the monolith.
Expedition 58 seemed to think you knew another way.
What?
We found 58 and their journals.
So that's how you... I wasn't hiding it. If that's what you're implying. It's a dead end.
Wait, what are you talking about?
There is someone else who can help us. Excuse me. Is it true? Can you make a weapon that can pierce the barrier? Do you need something from the Axons? Do you need their hearts?
Look, to create this weapon, he needs enormous amounts of pure chroma, which is way beyond what we can get from Nevrons. The only source are Axons, yes. But like I said, that's a dead end, it's impossible.
Why? What are Axons?
They're massive creatures living on islands around the monolith. They're much stronger and much more dangerous than Nevrons. I can't die, and I still couldn't take them down.
Yet we found the corpse of one in Old Lumiere, so it's possible.
I don't know how that one died. But I'm telling you, listen to me, please. Our chances of taking them down without you lot dying are close to zero.
Close, but not zero. Death is coming either way. And As expeditioners, if we die fighting.
Wonderful pep talk.
I know.
All right, if we're going to fight the Axons, then let's be smart about it.
What do you mean?
I've had a few rough encounters with the Axons. There are 3 located on islands around the monolith, and we need at least 2 hearts to get enough chroma. One lives on a mountain too high for us to reach, so that one's out. We should start with the one to the west of the monolith. It's already been weakened by previous expeditions, right?
Yeah, good idea. Maximize our chances.
Or we embrace the challenge and pick the one in the east.
I like your spirit.
Thank you.
Did you listen to what I just said?
I need you to know, when I first saw that exchange, like the last bit of that, where like, did you just hear what I just said? And it's just a shrug. I first saw that on Tumblr. I assumed it was like one of those shitpost false captions. I didn't think that was a real thing. And I'm like, yeah, that's something CL would say. And then I got to say like, oh yeah, yeah it is.
It's like, oh hey, that's why it's something CL would say. Because she did say it.
Just put on Renoir's theme. Melarum. Knowledge require 20% health on switching to virtual stance. Health is above 80.
You know, I just realized
What?
finding out the name of that track is no. Never mind.
What?
You know what I mean?
Noko desperately needs to catch up. Yeah, it's the one that they play right at the Gomage, but it changes to Aline's right after this. In the next couple notes.
All these years and you've never defeated an Axon.
They're kind of tough.
And do you think our chances are close to 0?
I didn't think you cared about odds.
Lune and I have less than a year. But Miel's different. Story time?
Let me think.
Come on. You've been alive for over 60 years. You must have tons of stories.
Over 100 years, actually. So, it's hard to choose.
You're 100 years old and so indecisive?
All right. Let me think. Okay, I'm going to share something deeply personal with you.
Oh, I'm so intrigued.
It's about my hair.
Your hair? That's a bit literal on the dark and personal.
Hey, I'm sharing a heartfelt secret here. Do you want the story or not?
Please, do share.
Sometime after the fracture, my hair turned completely white, like an old man. Luckily, the Gestrel village has a hairstylist quite skilled in color treatments.
Lucky.
But he's always napping when I get there, and his apprentice always mucks things up. I'm lucky my hair's not purple this time.
Purple could be fun.
Purple would be great.
So, your turn.
That was hardly dark or personal.
White hair? Old man, I'm revealing myself here.
All you've revealed is that you're vain, and that you're really bad at making appointments.
Vain? Hey, I'm not the one with all the bracelets and rings.
Actually, my students made these bracelets for me, to remember them by. Because chances are we'll never see each other again.
Not necessarily.
I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. My youngest student is 6. Her parents will gommage when she's 12, and she herself won't live past 21. Her parents did the maths. They'll have 12 years as a family, and she'll experience 21 years of life. These are the choices we get to make. The earlier you have children, the more time you get to share with them, the more life they'll get to live. And every year you wait...
You're shortening your child's life.
Precisely.
You don't have any children, though.
No, I don't, but I have my students. One of my friends, Sophie, said it best. She said she loves her children so much, the best thing she could do for them is not to have them. See? Dark and personal.
Yeah, you've set the bar high.
Come back with a better story next time.
The Verso story was rather lacking. CL appreciates Verso slightly more than before. CL and Verso spent a bit too long teasing each other before going back to the others.
All these years.
They're kind.
And you...
I didn't think you...
Lune and I...
Do it!
Here to make amends for your terrible story.
I'll be honest. I didn't expect things to get so deep so fast.
I could tell. I'm not really sure you're up to the challenge.
Oh, I can keep up. In fact, I'm here to offer a story.
A good one this time?
Yes. Well, you said I'm vain.
No, you said you're vain.
Would a vain person keep this scar? I could heal it, but I don't.
Oh? Why is that?
It's a reminder of the price I paid to stand on my own 2 feet. But, it meant walking away from people I cared about. So, there you have it. Dark and personal.
I feel like there's more to this story. It's probably not a coincidence, then, that Renoir has a similar scar.
Mahel's right. You really do see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We disagreed on pretty much everything. Tactics, goals, what lines we wouldn't cross. I had to walk away, but he was resistant.
You fought?
It was the first time we ever raised a hand against the other.
If you can control your healing, that means Renoir can too. And he made the same choice as you. Interesting.
Oh, I never thought of it that way. But, you're right. So, dark and personal enough for you?
It was worthy.
Worthy of the story of that scar on your stomach.
Well, We all have scars that won't heal, don't we?
Deep.
That's a story for another time. The scars look good on you, though.
I know. That's the real reason I keep them.
I knew it.
Lune. Okay. We'll, talk later then.
We'll talk later then. Hangs out.
Damn. Unrelated.
Well,
The devs for Helldivers just awarded a player because he has not died since Malevelon Creek.
oh wow.
So he has been given the award decorating him as the oldest Helldiver.
That's an accomplishment.
That is genuinely impressive.
I did Malevolent Creek. I have the veteran cape to prove it. I have died so many times since Malevolent Creek. Just not talking.
This is such a great hangout.
Do you like dogs?
What?
Do you like dogs?
I think you've spent too much time alone. You've forgotten how to start a human conversation.
I just have this feeling you're a dog person.
Well, you're right. I had a dog named Pat.
You named your dog Paw. That's like if my parents named me Foot.
My sister named him when we were kids. Stella. She was a gifted artist. And fiery. She definitely made the most of the time she had.
Were you close?
When we were younger, I guess. But my brother and sister had their own lives. They didn't care about my parents' research.
Doesn't seem fair.
No. I'm glad they got to live. Sol was a great older brother. That's actually how I met Gustav. Sol was dating his sister.
So, you knew Gustav for quite a while then?
That's an awful lot of personal questions.
It is, isn't it? All right, we can talk about me again if you want.
How generous of you.
Ask away. I'm being sincere. Go ahead, ask me anything you want. We've got all night.
Remember, you offered. Do you like monkeys?
Oh, come on.
Berto and Luna enjoy a moment together. Luna's in such a good mood that she gets to ask Berto other important questions, which Berto takes note of. Have a bit more fun together before heading back to camp.
Lune. Okay. My fellow night owl.
Night owl?
You never seem to sleep.
I sleep. I sleep enough.
What keeps you up?
Anyone who
doesn't
says
keep me
I
up?
sleep enough is not getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
That is not getting enough sleep.
From one insomniac to another.
What they really mean is I sleep enough to just barely function.
Nice tea.
Sometimes
Nice.
I just can't turn off my mind. It's like I pick up a puzzle and I can't set it down until I solve it.
And what's your current puzzle?
The talking Nevrons. The ones that seem to have personalities and thoughts and feelings. I'm trying to make sense of the things they said. I know there's an important piece of the puzzle there. We need to find and talk to more of them.
I've talked to a few. They mostly spout nonsense. I wouldn't expect too much.
Maybe you weren't asking the right questions.
Well, I'm certainly not as experienced as you.
What about you, my fellow night owl? Why can't you sleep?
Tortured soul, things like that.
Oh, you know, weight of the world, a tortured soul, things like that.
Oh, a funny night owl. Come on, I just shared with you.
You did, didn't you? Feels nice sharing, huh?
Mm-hmm. Feels even nicer when people reciprocate.
Sleep is not very restful for me. I used to have horrible dreams, but somehow it was worse when they stopped. Now it's just this oppressive void.
Fascinating. So, you experience discomfort while you sleep? Pain? Are you aware of time passing? I should observe you next time you sleep.
Well, that's not creepy.
Precisely. It's science.
Well, it's not like we have private rooms here, so... Sure. Knock yourself out.
For science.
Right.
Rizzo flashes a grin at Nene. Nene can't help but smile back. The world feels brighter when they're together.
I like how if you say, only if I get to watch you sleep, she goes, no, that's creepy. He goes, how is that creepy, but yours isn't? And she goes, it's science.
Nene can't restrain herself from asking Verso a few more questions before they head back to the others. Thanks to Verso's answers, Nene understands trauma better than before. Booyah! Attaching
All these years and you've
gradient
never defeated an Axel.
abilities to
They're kind
relationships.
And
Relationship that you go in.
nice.
Rune and I.
They can't
yeah.
interact with the fucking characters. You're probably gonna do it anyway, but in case you just
Ready for the
bring in
accent?
oath, here's some incentive.
Of course you are.
You know what's actually upsetting to me?
What?
Finding out somebody managed to go into New Game Plus before they found out about the Lumina / Picto mechanic.
What was it like for you, growing up in Lumiere?
Aside from being a sad and lonely orphan, it was great. Although technically, everyone in Lumiere is an orphan.
How old were you when your parents passed away?
Around 3, I guess. I was an unwelcome surprise. They never wanted kids. And they definitely didn't want one right before their gommage.
Be right back.
That must have sucked. For both you and them.
Yeah, it did. Then they died. And I bounced around from family to family. I can't even remember all of them. I was kind of a weird kid, I guess.
So was I.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was obsessed with my piano. and my pain set.
I was a bit more severe than that. I used to have lots of nightmares and talk to myself. Kept running away from home all the time.
Nah, if that's weird, then we're all weird. Actually, I kind of think everyone's a weird kid in someone's eyes.
Well, I was a weird kid in everyone's eyes.
Even Gustav's.
Kind of. It's why he and his sister took me in. Nobody else wanted me. But I guess Gustav and Emma used to be weird kids too. So they liked me.
See? Everyone's weird. What's something you liked about Lumiere?
I'm back.
Wandering around the buildings.
Raven's statement
Nobody
gave me
wanted
a
me
mild
for any of the
aneurysm.
fancy apprenticeships. So I got stuck as a runner for the warehouses. But that turned out to be kind of nice. I got to go everywhere in the city. I probably know the place better than anyone.
Yeah? What was your favorite place?
The Hanging Gardens. Me and Gustav used to go up there a lot. Do you miss Lumiere?
Yeah. I do. Not just the place, but everything about that time. The festivals, the gardens, dancing the night away on the harbor. Before... well, all this. That home is gone. Not just the place, but also the people.
You have us now?
Yeah. And you've got me. So, you want to dance the night away?
Maybe us, Ciel.
Leo starts to open up to Verso. Feels more confident. Excuse me, more comfortable with him. As does Verso with Maya. Maya and Verso spend some time reminiscing about the past, and head back to the others.
Ready for the axe? I'm sorry, Momia. We'll bring Noko back.
I know.
I'm ready. Just say the word.
When the time is right. After we've settled this.
Polishing your collection of Nevlegs?
Yes. Aren't they beautiful?
Beautiful is a word that one could use.
Your lack of enthusiasm is disappointing.
Why do you need to polish them anyway?
A warrior must be prepared for battle. And battle is just as much mental as physical.
Mental, eh?
Imagine you're a Nevron, and you see me. Charging toward you. Brandishing the well-polished and gleaming leg of one of your brethren. Think of the intimidation.
True. I wouldn't want to battle anyone who's using your hairy foot as a club. Or for the smell of the intimidation.
And then I transform into one of them. Ha! Intimidation and confusion. From that alone, the battle is already won. The rest is mere cleanup.
Oh, you're right. I feel thoroughly intimidated.
You should try it. Even though you can't transform, it will still strike fear in the hearts of our enemies. Look, aren't they beautiful? Here, take a leg.
That's all right. I think you've got the intimidation factor covered. We wouldn't want to be so intimidating that the nerves run away, right? Then we wouldn't get to fight.
Fair point. I'll handle the intimidation. You handle the cleanup.
The cleanup, eh? All right. Well, in that case, want to go intimidate some stalacts? We've got some time to kill.
Yes. Well, that would definitely be quite exhilarating. But maybe later. I really need to finish polishing all these legs. I've still got 20 more to go.
I've missed you. All right then. Come on, move over and hand me an extra cloth. Let's get these legs shining so bright they blind our enemies and send them screaming.
Luna comes over to shush them, but ends up joining the polishing effort. It takes a while, but they finally finish and head back to the others.
Lol.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm ready.
When the time...
Okay, no more hangouts with him either.
I'm mad.
Heskey,
I'm stinking mad.
about Noko.
That was mean. I thought he cared. Renoir's not being Renoir.
He's not. I know, buddy. I'm mad too. Enjoying the stars.
Stars are the apples of the sky.
I love the way you see the world.
Oh, that constellation looks like Francois.
Yeah, it's not grumpy enough. It needs to look a bit more cranky.
He's not grumpy.
Hello?
He's just
Hi.
sad.
Yo.
He misses Claire.
Ah,
Enfant used to be all wee, but now he's all
Favorite conversation in the game.
we?
I'm more wee and Raven's more woo.
Why am I wooed, bitch?
See, precisely!
in the day when there was nothing in the world except the four of us flying around on adventures.
Me playing into the bit.
Are you sure it's playing into the bit and not just you being the bit?
Ah, I see.
At what
and,
point does it no longer become a difference?
Fair point.
How come you're not grumpy like Francois?
I am grumpy.
Oh, are you now?
I too am. But I'm also wee. So the wee balances the.
You might say you're a bit, wee-woo, then.
You really get me, Verso.
I'm a bit,
I need to know
wee-woo myself.
how many times it took for him to do that.
Although I'm a bit more woo than...
How many
these
takes
days.
did it require for him to do without laughing?
Hey, that one looks a little like Minoko.
Oh. And if you squint and sort of scrunch up your face, that one next to it looks like Noko.
Urso and SKA feel their bond deepen after this meaningful interaction.
So I meant to mention earlier, but my sister,
Mhm.
she fucking disgusts me.
Oh no.
What?
She was saying that she was feeling sick, so she asked if I could make her some noodles. So I was trying to mess with her a bit, so I just went into the fridge and grabbed a bottle of ketchup. And I handed it to her, and she said, "Ketchup is not for noodles, brother. Ketchup is for pasta." And I just stared at her. And I said, "No, it's not." And she goes, "Yes, it is. It's for pasta." And I go, "No, tomato sauce is." She goes, "It's the same thing."
You cannot see the look on my face. Before you even mentioned it being like noodles versus pasta, when you decided to hand her ketchup for noodles at all, that
See, that
I
was
got
supposed to be the
upset.
prank bit. Yeah, like, see, that was supposed to be the funny bit. It said it's not. That's why it's funny.
I'll be right back.
They spend more time looking at the stars, saying they look like things they absolutely do not look like. SK's nonsense inspires versa. Striker. Then head back to the others.
So, the masked person with Renoir, that's your sister? What a hard leap to make.
Her name's Alicia.
What's wrong with her? She wears a mask all the time, she never talks, and she's always staring.
She was trapped in a fire a long time ago. Damaged her face and her throat, so, yeah.
Why did they come to see me?
I don't know. That surprised me when he told me. She helped me before. I thought she'd help me again, but it seems she's chosen a different side. Family is complicated, right?
Yeah.
Do you want the armband back?
What?
I feel like a fraud wearing it, given, you know.
Wear it anyway. You said you chose your side, right?
I did.
Jesus.
You're not upset with me.
Strangely, no. I hate secrets, but Gustav always gave people the benefit of the doubt. And your actions are what matters.
Thanks.
Now he's dead. Deader than a fucking doorknob dead.
Why you say this? Why you do this?
Lol.
Well, writes in Gustav's journal about old Lumiere and how their city was actually transported from the continent to the ocean. He hopes Gustav's apprentices will read his journal someday.
It just reminds me of like a YouTuber who was playing the Walking Dead game, and they were going through the section, and it looked very bleak, and he just says, "And there go my hopes and dreams, dead, deader than an old woman, dead."
We're gonna go right back in, see if we can grab a few things. Because one of the things
From
that
the opposite
happens...
direction?
Yeah. Because one of the things that happens is that that huge wall of rock is now gone.
I don't like that. I don't like that you decided to go in through this way at all.
Why?
The back.
How's that, Raven?
Front of the map is the other way.
There's also extra stuff here to grab on this back end of the map.
Yeah, but you can still reach it from the front.
Yeah, but it's easier to grab that other stuff first here.
But it's the back.
But
though.
that's wrong to you. But this bothers Raven. Therefore, it should not be allowed.
That's really funny.
What?
I am not technically diagnosed as being autistic, but I fully believe I am.
Go ahead.
But
Sure.
also,
Go ahead.
what? Why did you say it like that?
Sorry. Sorry.
Like, go
meant to-
ahead. I'm sure that makes you feel really special.
Sorry, that wasn't meant to sound so fucking sarcastic.
Well, that will help.
God, this is why I
Oh,
don't
that
fucking
sounded
share.
fucking
I don't
mean.
want to say anything
I was
now.
actually- no. I genuinely do want to hear what you're gonna say. I'm so sorry. Listen. That's just the voice I have at work and in like I
Now
had all
see-
the way through school. You have to understand.
See, I'm not sorry that Alex is an idiot. I will, however, laugh at it and encourage you to continue because Alex is dumb.
Look. I'm not being rude. I'm just gone.
Alex, shut the
So,
fuck up.
as part of me looking back at myself as a young child, I am now then comparing and contrasting aspects of my childhood that I was always told by my family, why are you so fucking strange? Why aren't you normal? And then finding out that those are very popular traits of autistic kids. I'm like,
Good stuff.
But you know, I think I might have figured it out.
That doesn't
like
mean anything.
finding out that for a lot of autistic kids, feeling the tag of their shirt on the back of their neck is akin to being like scratched constantly with a knife. I'm like, oh, so it's not just me, okay.
Oh, I thought you just had.
I found it mildly irritating. No, God, no. Cut that shit out all the fucking time.
Ready to strike.
So,
Here we go.
also refusing to eat,
Precision.
refusing to eat anything from like a building, like a restaurant or something, based off of the specific spoon that they use.
Would have lived.
I mean, I have favorite kinds of forks and spoons, but you know, my parents had this whole thing where when I was young, it was kind of a thing of like, this is the food you're getting, those are the utensils you're getting. You can have a favorite, but you cannot have a situation where you will not eat if it's not on your favorite. Otherwise, you will not eat. And I cared about eating more than I cared about that other stuff.
No, it's not even that it's a favorite spoon or anything. It's like you will show somebody a specific kind of spoon that they are eating for soup, and like for certain autistic people, they will look at a design of a spoon and it's like, this is wrong. It's too wide, it won't fit properly in your mouth, or it's too deep, so it is providing way too much soup for what you actually want in a gulp. It is like, it is surprising how in-depth, and it's like a consistent thing. It's not like to taste for autistic people. No, it's like there is a set acceptable spoon. And it's typically Korean spoons.
Korean spoons? I don't know anything about Korean spoons.
They are very thin handle, decent length, and they were made to be the most ergonomic, to have like the most amount of food, but in a comfortable ratio.
I'll take your word for it, because
I will absolutely take your word for it.
That's not the way I wanted to go.
Also, like, there's a number of like just there's like a number of YouTube and TikTok and other videos of people going, autistic people of social sites, give me your review on this spoon, and they will show a spoon, and it's like, it's the most fucked up looking spoon I've ever seen. Like, half of the spoon looks like a goddamn knife. It's edged. It has a weird dip on one side, but it's flat on the other, and they're like, what is this?
Yeah. Sounds cursed.
This way.
I'm out here bearing my soul, how I'm like, I finally understand why I'm potentially very strange. And it makes me feel very freeing. And y'all are just like, if you say so, buddy.
I just can't
Fam,
imagine carrying that much.
I already got my own shit.
But then again,
I already got my own stupidity to deal with.
then again, I have
I'm
other
happy
shit
for you.
that
I
makes
am.
me like absolutely lose my calm.
See, the problem I've experienced is that,
Here we go.
like, I also have those things, that I have the normal things that like, I have the normal people things that bother me, but then I also have my personal weird things. So it's just like very overwhelming.
I'm ready.
That's fair.
Let's keep going.
You ever lose your shit over
I'll do it.
mosquito
I'll do
cones?
it. Take cover.
That is.
Come on, dude. I'm not that much older than you. You know what a CRT is?
Here we go.
No, mosquito tone.
Okay, so you know how when you would turn on an old CRT TV, it would kind of just have a high-pitched electrical whine behind it the entire time it was on? It would be very, 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 very subtle. But it was always there.
Oh.
I don't know what that is. I turned the volume off.
No, it's not a thing about volume. It is a thing about electronics.
It's saying,
Oh,
it's
well,
the
I
noise
also
that
didn't
it
have a
makes despite
CRT.
kind of existing.
Yeah.
No. I don't believe that.
Wait,
Don't
what do you,
believe that
wait,
for a
wait,
fucking
wait, wait.
second.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. If you had a TV prior to 2005 and you weren't, like, wealthy, you were using a CRT.
Does a TV where you had to physically crank it for it to turn on,
No.
and it was made of 80% wood, count as a CRT?
It might.
And
It's
it was
probably something entirely else.
It was like I had an old like first TV. It was like the screen
do, in fact,
size
think
was
you
the
had a
size
TV that
of
predated
my
it.
fucking tablet.
Okay.
Oh god.
We were poor, Alex.
I understand. But I mean,
Like, there's CRT poor, and then there's too poor to get a CRT.
So
Goddamn.
you're like, if you lived at this time, you had a CRT. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I didn't.
CRTs
No.
being those radiation TVs. Yeah, they would tell like their glass was like as thick as a brick because if the glass shattered, that would actually expose you to the cathode radiation, which is not what you want.
Just not something you want happening.
The way that I remember Pat describing CRTs Because apparently Subway still use CRT. Subways apparently still use like CRTs in some places. It says those are the TVs. Those are the TV screens that have dark spots on them when drunks throw bottles at them.
Listen, here's the thing. A CRT though, you would buy a CRT and then you wouldn't need to buy a new TV unless you wanted a new TV, because a CRT would never fucking die.
No matter how hard you tried.
If you did manage to break one, you probably gave yourself cancer.
Feel the burn.
Get ready. Your turn. Let's cover path.
The thing is also all those retro games and pixel arts were designed for CRTs, because CRTs had very set resolutions on the lower end. So like when it comes, so most of our TVs now operate on pixels. CRTs didn't really operate on pixels. They kind of like, but when it comes to it, when your resolution gets bad on a modern TV, it gets fucking bad. On a CRT, there's a hard floor that doesn't even get as bad on as modern TVs these days. So like 240p on a CRT looks better than 480p on a modern TV.
Oh, wow.
Simply because like the way they were designed. You can get 1080p CRTs. They're hard to find, but you can find them. It's very interesting. And whenever I play old retro games, particularly on my PC, I'll get a CRT filter, simply because that otherwise the pixel art looks fucked up.
Alex, do you mind if I say like this is actually very interesting and insightful for like a huge part of like how I interpret like your idea of art style?
How so?
Just like the way that you are talking about this and how like in depth it is, and like this explains so much.
I am wondering how this explains anything about me.
I don't know if I could put it into words, honestly, but personally, like it explains a lot of, because you have talked to me a lot about CRTs, and I've never personally understood it just because I never had one. But it's fascinating. Oh. Second bit I forgot to mention earlier. I was so upset earlier by Alex that I completely made me lose track. The like sure go ahead line you gave.
Oh, sorry.
Let's call them off.
But so I made Naomi her noodles, and then she fucking I'm walking by and she just looks at me and goes, "You should shave." And I said, "I literally just shaved last night. I could still see hair." And I'm like, "Those are hair follicles. I can't get rid of those." She goes, "What if you just go deeper?" And I'm like, "That will cut me." And she goes, "And?" And she's like, "Is that gonna hurt?"
Yes!
She says, "Not if you're under anesthetic, or if you have a high pain tolerance."
Careful.
Mental verso.
Stuff.
A storm is coming.
There is a violence, yes.
My turn. Use your fire.
There is so much stuff to get here.
I did see also, while looking through that stuff about being on the spectrum, that for a number of people who are doctors, they say, is it important for many people to get properly tested so that they are officially labeled as on the spectrum? Yes, but
Here we go.
I'm going to tell this, and I'm going to tell you this very, very rarely. If you are to look at yourself and match the aspects of something for yourself and be like, I feel like I'm autistic.
What have we
Very
here?
rarely is it the case where it's like, nah, you're probably not.
I'm not
Like,
autistic.
if you look at if you have a stomach ache and go, I might have a ruptured spleen because of something I read in a book, you probably are fine. But if you look at stuff about autism or ADHD and go, that kind of resonates with me, almost 95% accurate case of, yeah, maybe probably.
I don't know. Seems made up.
Oh. Alex sitting here going fake news.
Lol.
I've never done an autism in my life.
For swim, swim.
I
Like,
did
even though
when
that my
I
eye
flew over by you.
reflexively twitched when you said that.
I'm sorry, say again?
No, Frame was better. God damn it.
I didn't even hear what Raven said. I'm sorry, but
You said I never did an autism in my life, and I said I did when I flew over by you.
God damn it.
So my question is, for the people that did not have SKA with them, did they just rowboat their way across?
I am speed.
well, some of them used SPA. We know that for a fact.
Well, I'm saying for the people that didn't.
Well, there are some who had ships. There are some that had fucking submarines.
These
That's
paths
okay.
are very narrow for a ship.
They also had some submarines. Now remember, this is not a 2-scale representation. Remember that.
That is true. It's just scaled in such a manner that it makes it relatively easy to and simple to traverse with game functionality. But and then we've got Expedition 60,
The true heroes.
the pinnacle chads.
Expedition 43. Sabine. That damn snake destroyed all our submarines in a matter of minutes. And now we're stuck with no equipment, no food, no water, nothing. No way to get off this island, and no way to kill that bloody serpent.
Yeah, we were just talking.
The painters must be laughing. Diverting the resources of the entire engineering and defense divisions to construct those subs. And mad, all the people who trusted our vision and volunteered their lives. If we die stranded on this tiny island after everything we went through to get here, my ghost will haunt her blasted monolith and this island and that stupid snake for all time. Merde!
You hear their submarines.
Time for a swim.
That was like the most apt timing for that. You know, it's always a really funny thing in game dev.
What?
Something that you don't like. If you can't manage to solve something in a game, just make it a part of the game universe. Why is Crash Bandicoot such a vibrant shade of orange? The game engine literally just makes him radiate orange. Alright, he is now orange.
Oh.
Silent Hill. They could not manage to figure out a way to show off the city without having the draw distance cause really bad lag. All right, fog everywhere.
Not just fog, it's a magic fog.
So you just hear stories of some people playing, like making games, and they're like, all right, the characters are going to a zoo. Does anyone here know how to rig an animal? Nope. All right, they killed all of the animals at the zoo. Next step, get rid of all of the red cars in the level. For some reason, they're causing characters to die on spawn.
Yes, weird.
That was apparently a GTA thing. Like, red cars were just causing the characters to die when they spawned into the level. So they had to then take an RGB slider and make it red enough that it was technically pink. That the system did not read it as red.
Good stuff. Enough.
That's my favorite song in the game.
Swimsuit on.
La robe du jour. That is the song that you hear primarily in the location to your immediate left.
Siram?
Yep. Like throughout the level, that is robe du jour is what is playing.
Another just from each.
Oh, okay. Which gestural beach is this?
No clue. We'll find out.
Damn. Alex.
It's funny because I literally went back and beat all of them today.
Ow, my eyes. Jesus, that brightness.
Bloom, yeah. Welcome to the gestural race.
Oh, the race.
Let's race. Here we go.
Not an obstacle course.
Took me 2 attempts.
Name.
Sorry.
Looking for 38 seconds. Cool.
37.687. Woo! Cutting it
Good enough.
Gold medal. Splendid chroma.
The reason it took me 2 attempts is because I went up the left path, and the left path on that last section, it's just long enough to fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why is he so bloody?
His health. If you're missing any health, you have blood on you. This, I saw so many lady streamers get this outfit and then go, this is what we're talking about when we say that we need to have more objectifying the male body skins. Also, Alex, I saw a thing and it unfortunately made me think of us.
What might that be?
It was a text string of somebody saying, I saw this and it made me think of us, and it was a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog marrying Sally Squirrel with a penguin officiating. Sally Acorn, sorry. And the person responded, and they said, is that a dreamy sigh? And they're like, you know it's not.
Oh.
Ah, fuck the Sinister's Cave.
Love the Sinister Cave.
It's gonna suck. For me.
I also believe I found one of the most vital pictos in the game. I'm not sure if either of you have found it. Raven probably has. It's called Painter.
Got that one.
Oh, yep.
Now I'm forgetting where I got it from.
Interesting.
Alright, time to...
It is honestly unfortunate that so many Picto names are like slightly different enough that it's annoying.
Chromatic Chassis.
Here we go.
A storm is coming.
Xerxes is a status effect that increases the character's damage every turn. It can be accumulated up to 12 times from the user stack, increasing damage by 5%.
I'm ready. Okay.
Your turn to shine.
You know what's really upsetting? I got so good at performing the dodges and stuff for this guy that when I fought the regular Chevaliers, I was fucking awful because I wasn't expecting them to be so slow.
Yeah, that happens.
Filled with murderous rage.
Oh, resistance very nice. That's fantastic.
I'm pretty sure he is weak to light.
Fucking kick combo!
Not looking good.
You know what I love about that? It is labeled as punching combo. He does exactly one punch during that.
Sweetest battle.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. The elements dance. Let's finish this. I'm ready.
So much relief with that one, and I always fuck it up.
Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Even better. Okay.
A bit of violence, yes.
Second he is resistant to dark, you're really gonna use the break.
Damn it! I hate the fucking... like, I've never in my life successfully parried that bullshit.
That was the first thing I managed to parry from him.
I think that was also the last thing I successfully managed to parry. I don't like it.
Mayhem.
Hopefully that's not the. Yay!
Nice.
Alex, is there a reason why you're not going for the perfect?
Because I've just been getting my ass killed. That's why
No, I meant the button presses.
I'm fucking them up.
I'm ready. Keep going.
Hey, there's why you're not going for it. Oh, that's cute. You think I'm not trying?
Okay.
I'm
It is
just bad.
actively that I have PTSD from this guy from my first time through, and that I
Now's our
cannot
chance.
properly focus.
No way, that's fair.
Murderous rage.
Come on!
Better. I'm ready. Better. Keep going.
I won!
Nice. With a nice,
Tiny
like,
end.
what was that? 7-8 hit parry?
Yeah, I got really used to his fucking, like, that particular combo.
Gallium's really good.
Yeah.
Let's try him do it again.
Maybe
Hold
look
on.
at the weapon.
No.
On defensive stance, gain 1 shield per parry. Use all shields on turn start. 20% increase light damage with skills. 50% increased counter damage per shield. But for level 4, level 10, and level 20 abilities, respectively.
What have we
Maya.
here?
It's dead.
Looks cool too.
Just a dead shopkeeper gesture. Like, I was sitting there thinking that that would become something at some point in time, but he's just there dead.
Why the fuck would it become something?
I don't know. There's
fucking
Jestrals
know.
reincarnate, and he was a shop dude. I was hoping that we would eventually reincarnate the shopkeeper and be able to actually buy stuff from him.
You know what? That's fair. Let's go back to every single other map that has had dead Jestrals as trees. Maybe one of them will come
This
back. in a
motherfucker was
future
a dead
cutscene.
shopkeeper specifically isolated in one spot, okay? God.
Perfect.
Nocturne pour lumière. Night and lumière.
So Alex, did you even attempt to look at the weapon that you get from here for CL?
Why would I do that? I have my perfect weapon.
Yeah, I actually just swapped
Lightning
weapons to
Dance
CL
is
again.
so good.
Lightning Dance is one of my 2 favorite skills for Lune.
It
Or
does ridiculous amounts of damage.
Usually just
Like if you max out a crit rate and make it so that all the hits on it double and fulfill the stain requirement for making it deal extra damage, it does so much damage.
If you
God forbid you
combine
hit
that
something
with
that's weak to lightning with it.
if you combine that with the I think it's
No
like
way.
Stormcaller, where she makes it so every time they take damage, they get hit with a thunderbolt.
They get hit with more lightning damage. Yeah, it's funny.
But Alex, I don't believe that you would actually like that weapon. I think you would actively hate it.
Which weapon?
The CL
Let us
weapon
get
that you get in Sinister Cave, Corderon.
Corderon?
Herself on battle starts.
Deal 50% more damage while
that
cursed.
one.
Reset. Level 10, reset cursed duration when entering Twilight State. Level 20, play again when entering Twilight State.
Like, I saw that, I'm like, ooh, I really like that. And the first thought, like, after I said, ooh, I really like that, first thought in my head, man, Alex doesn't hate this weapon. Kill self. Nah.
Just the potential to fuck up and kill yourself.
Oh, this
Looks
cutscene is so
similar to
funny.
Lumiere's shield dome. Maybe we can just cross it.
Yeah, sure.
It has a funny bit in it, yes. Wait. Wrong cutscene.
Minoko just gives a thumbs
I'm
up.
telling you, we can't. Axon's first. It's okay. You'll be fine. You want to try again?
I'm okay.
Okay.
And then you have the absolute giga chads of Expedition 60.
They just
60.
forced their way through.
They just raw dog muscle powered it. It's so goddamn funny. I don't remember which one it is, but there's another
40th expedition.
journal you could find later of someone that attempted to cross it,
Gigi and Edmund were
and
leading.
from their accounts,
They were on a clean
just to put
glide
it
to
in
the
perspective
monolith
how
when they
Giga
flew
Chad
into some
Expedition
sort
60
of
is,
barrier
when
and
the
just
other expedition tried to cross it, they just poofed immediately.
gone away.
Yeah, this is the one that I'm literally listening to. That
Our
right
gliders
now.
are useless.
Oh, hey, there
Way
it is.
Past the barrier. Bernard's going to explore on foot, see if there's an entrance. In the meantime, we might as well make ourselves at home. I guess I'll try my hand at fishing. Assuming those sea nevrons left any fish for us to eat. Rest in peace, Gigi and Edmund.
So Alex, which Axon are you going for first?
I don't know. Not going for them right now.
He got
I mean,
side shit.
yeah, but I'm just asking.
I don't know. I said.
That requires forethought, Raven. Alex doesn't exactly do forethought. Not like
She
we
barely
do.
does 3 thought.
Well, if we're going by that measure,
What
none
have
of
we
us
here?
really do one thought well.
Alex at least does like 1/8 thought, which is a lot better than me.
Except in certain situations where you do 25 thought.
In certain situations, I do too much thought.
Way too much thought.
Oh, hey, it's this motherfucker.
Oh, this.
Oh yeah. From Focus.
I don't like it.
Bring it
It
on.
makes me uncomfy.
It moves twitchy, it's not the same as Twitchiness, but I hate it a lot less than I hate the Torsionist can just fucking delete.
Brace
I hate
yourselves.
it. I wish it didn't exist. Oh god, is there a chromatic torsion somewhere?
Probably.
Fuck. Well, seeing as I've made it all chromatic enemies, I made good headway on that.
Here we go again.
Google assist.
Here we go.
No.
Oh,
Neat. May as well imply that
Chrome
I'm
is
regen for a
flowing.
few. Regen is a buff that heals characters by 10% of their mountain health at the beginning of their turn.
time for Alex to
Which does a lot of good when the thing hits you for 90.
Yeah.
That's better.
See, it's that last hit. It's that last hit that's fucking.
I'll use your fire. Need it.
Danger!
Is that answer ram in your arm?
Yes.
Good stuff. Sweet.
I've already explained the benefits of like 3 other weapons in Alex's responses, but I like this one.
Let me back. Funny bonk.
Ice. Shut.
How many turns she gets?
My turn.
It will never not like make me laugh in that me and Alex play video games complete opposite to each other.
Here we go.
Then there's me, which is either close to the Raven or somewhere in between, depending on the game. Weird.
I pick up something, drop everything that is new playstyle. Every time I get something until game is beaten or I obtain the objectively best weapon in the game. Alex, she picks up one thing in the tutorial. She will now die with that.
On the rare occasion, she will swap to something else like 2/3 of the way through the game. Doesn't happen often.
No, see, I know what I want at some points. It's like, basically, it's a thing of, I will switch up when this stops working.
I mean, also, when this stops working, honestly, is when you decide I don't want to rely on my own personal skill because you can make anything work. You can make the base weapons work.
You, in fact, very much can. Not the best idea in the world, but you certainly can. Still, all physical.
I'm embarrassed.
I mean, with Painter, it's fine.
That is true. Because nothing can resist being damaged by the voice.
Let's go path.
Now, you know that meme of the thing to the left is the subject, and then there's like a dude that's just dead staring at the thing, and it's like they're missing the point.
Oh, yeah.
And it goes, it's Expedition 33, and the line between fantasy and reality is not always clear cut. And then the point that we're missing is the French are all miserable.
God.
Nuit.
Ice. Shut.
Oh wow, only got half health.
Your turn to dance.
I would have lived. Didn't really need it. Didn't really need it. That's better.
Nice.
Let's carve a path.
Fuck that thing's whole life up.
Break.
Feel the burn.
Damn, early Wonder Woman Wilds.
It's almost down.
Salt. Okay. But you can do 2 gradients back to back. One with...
Take cover!
You could.
Like weak to darkness, Alex deciding to not use the gradients with the dark wielding character.
It's fine.
Don't you kill it without resing Minoko.
Do better.
Saw you pull out the fucking gradient before you did that.
Literally just start spamming gradients you're at max.
Ah, yes, my song.
That weapon's
I
also
used
really good
the
for
longest
CL.
time. It is. It's very good.
I ran that for a long time.
I did too. I actually
And we are at time. Alright, we will continue this next weekend. Tomorrow is Memorial Day in the US. Not that I really care, but hey, I'm off. So, we'll continue more Yakuza 0 before we were so rudely interrupted by a power outage last time.
Alex, how fucking dare you?
So,
on Memorial Day, playing a Japanese video game.
It's either Japanese. It's either the Japanese game or the French game. Pick one.
Well, Dylan, one of those was not part of the Axis.
Anyway, as I said, we'll do that. That's for tomorrow. Thank you all for coming. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
That fucking song, I love Road de Jour.